guys, welcome back to my channel. So in today's video, as you guys can see, I have no lip product on because I am going to be doing a quick little review slash demo on the newest addition to the Colourpop family, and these are not your regular Luxe lipsticks. These are actually their new formula that just came out. So they originally came out with the creme formula or cream formula, however you want to pronounce it, and I absolutely loved it. I didn't like the fact that the darker colors especially kind of transferred, so I personally like the darker colors in a more matte formula, which they came out with second. With the cream formulas, I like more of their nudes. With the matte formulas, I do like more of the darker colors because they wear on the lips a lot longer. They don't bleed, they don't transfer as easily, and I do like some of the nudes too, but I like more of the darker colors in their matte formula. So they just came out with a new formula. So this, I got 4 different shades just to kind of try them out, and if I end up liking them, then I might pick up more. These were the 4 that really intrigued me. This is called their Velvet Blur formula. So I'm gonna go ahead and go on the Colourpop website really quick to let you guys know what they describe this formula as. And this was actually requested for me to do by one of my lovely subscribers. So this is a matte finish Velvet Blur lipstick. They have 3 different formulas. Their matte finish is more of a matte, lightweight, non-drying, long-wearing, full coverage pigmentation. Their cream formula or creme formula is a creamy finish, lightweight, comfortable, long-wearing, full coverage pigmentation. Now their Velvet Blur is a matte finish, soft velvet texture, smooths over fine lines, soften edges around lips. So after doing a little bit of research, I don't know if you guys remember when they came out with this blotted lip formula. This was their first blotted lip formula, and this is actually in the shade Sucker. So this was the only one that I was able to get my hands on in this formula, because when I first heard about this formula, I was not intrigued. But basically it is a popsicle type of lip stain almost. It's very comfortable and very lightweight. So this is what it looks like. And then they replaced this with their ultra blotted lip, which I became instantly obsessed with, because this is a like my lip but better type of formula. Well, not really. This is a very similar formula. It's very sheer, but honestly, this is great if you want to do a pop of color but don't want it to be too intense, because you can make it as soft or as bold as you want. So that's the first layer of that one. This is in the shade Soda Pop, just in case if you're wondering. Let that dry a little bit, and then just so you guys can see a difference. So this is it swiped once, and this is Soda Pop built up. So you can really build up the coverage of the lipstick if you want to. And they have a lot of different shades in the ultra blotted. They actually came out with a few more that I just picked up too with this order. But anyways, yeah, so I wasn't going to pick these up because I was kind of confused with what this formula was like, because they were saying like it was a matte finish that was long wearing, and I was like, but isn't that their matte formula? So I wasn't sure if this was more creamier or if it was like kind of a mix between the creme and the matte. But then after doing some research and after seeing some reviews, specifically Messy Jessie Beauty on YouTube, I saw her video, and when I saw her swatching them and what she was describing them as, it sounded just like the ultra blotted lip, where it's kind of like a sheer wash of color that kind of smooths out the lips, can be built up to a fuller coverage. With the ultra blotted liquid lips, they are a little bit more on the drying side. The one that came in the stick form, which was this one right here, this one, it was okay. It wasn't the best thing ever. Just kind of really took a lot of layers to really build it up. The ultra blotted lip in the liquid version is nice, but it does get kind of drying if your lips aren't moisturized, and I find that it dried out a lot with me. So I feel like this is kind of going to be really nice because it's going to give you the moisture that you want, the matte finish of the ultra blotted lip, and the creaminess of the blotted lip, which was the stick version, kind of mixed together in one. So I did get 4 different shades. The first shade is this shade here called California Love. I'm sorry for my horrible swatch right there, but it is described as a reddish taupe brown. So I'm gonna go ahead and try this one on first. Wow, it is so comfortable on the lip. It is definitely a lot more comfortable than the ultra blotted lip, and I do see how it did really help to smooth out my lips. Of course I still have my little lines, but even on camera I feel like it kind of looks almost blurred out. Get a little closer so you guys can really see. All right, am I in focus? Don't mind my pores, don't mind my breakouts, please. I feel like you can really see just how like soft it looks. It gives a nice, it's similar to the blotted lip where it gives like that nice my lips but better, but I feel like these are more pigmented than the blotted lip off of one swipe. Let's go ahead and build it up to a second one. I'm really liking this, and then let's go ahead and build it up to a third layer. I love this. Oh my god. Yeah, this is really nice. So this is definitely a lot more comfortable than their matte finish, and it's exactly what the name describes it to be, which is a velvet blur finish. It feels like velvet on the lips, and the matte formula kind of has like this beady, I don't know how to explain it, it's kind of like a wet beady like type of consistency, but this is more of like a smooth consistency, while the cream one is very slippery. So it's kind of like a good mix between it. It almost feels like as if you put silicone primer on your lips. Wow. This looks so pretty too. I really like this finish a lot. All right, so that is it for California Love. So we'll go ahead and insert a little side by side of what it looks like with one layer versus 2 layers. Let's go ahead and take this off. I really like this shade a lot, and of course I think it would look better with brown lip liner, but I think every single shade looks better with brown lip liner. All right, so then the next shade that I got is called Y2K. So they describe this as a mauve brown. So the other one was a reddish mauvey brown, while this is just a mauve brown, but I am sucking at swatching. It definitely is more of a mauvey brown. I definitely can see that. So let's go ahead and apply it on the lips, our first layer. Oh my god, yes. So this is the first layer of Y2K, which is definitely for me a my lips but better type of shade with the one little layer. As you guys can see, I have this like really soft makeup look, so I feel like this would be good for like kind of like an on-the-go type of makeup look, just to kind of run out the door if you just want to look a little put together, put a little like shimmery eyeshadow, some highlight to be on fleek, and your velvet blur lipstick. I think this is my new favorite formula, guys. So let's go ahead and build it up. Put on our second layer. All right, so this is the second layer. So you can still kind of see my natural lip between, but it's starting to look a lot darker. And then this is our third layer, which, oh girl, let's go ahead and get a little closer. I am loving this lip. And you guys can see the one layer versus the 3 layers side by side, and I really like how both of them look. Honestly, I'm loving this formula so far. So then the next shade, here's where we start getting a little bit more on the bold side. I wasn't sure, like I said, on how this formula was going to perform, so I didn't want to get anything too bright. There was this one shade called K-Bop, and I really wanted to get it. It was a bright orange in your face, which I might get later on, especially for spring. But I got one that's a little softer. This is called 21 Questions. So this is described as a burnt orange red shade. And my swatches, again, absolutely suck. This is actually really pretty. So let's go ahead and try this one on. Oh, yes. This is actually really nice too. So this is what I'm talking about with the whole, if you want to do like a bold lip, but you don't want it to be too intense, this is the kind of coverage that you want. It's like sheer. You can still kind of see the lip, your natural lip color through it, but it still gives you that pop of color. So I really like it with just the one layer. All right, let's go ahead and build it up. I think I'm gonna like this as a 3-layer lipstick more. Second layer. Guys, I have no lip liner on right now, and I'm loving this. Oh my god. Of course, with my lip liner, it would just make my lips look a little fuller, just because especially my upper lip is not as full as my bottom lip, even though it kind of looks like it, but it's not. But I think this is the perfect formula. It just feels like that's what it just is, like so buttery. I love this so much. And you guys can see the side by side. I think, like I said, this is more of a 3-layer lipstick for me. I like it with the 3 layers. And the thing I like about this too is that, especially with the ultra blotted lip, building up the 3 layers, because it's that liquid formula, sometimes it creates like a ring around the lips and looks kind of splotchy. Especially the shade Cherry on top, which is this one, it looks really pretty as a single layer, but when you try to build it up, it creates that really blotchiness and like that little ring around the lips, which I hate. This I find that you still get that nice, like the difference between this is that this is like more matte, so it really doesn't transfer, while this still kind of transfers, but it's not that intense. And honestly, it's so light that it doesn't really even matter, and you still get that pigmentation on the lips. I just find that it's so much easier to build up the velvet blur versus the ultra blotted lip. So then the last color is a color that I was contemplating on getting. I was torn between this one and K-Bop, but I'm glad I got this one. So this one is in the shade called Solo. This is a true blue red. All right, let's see if I can get the swatch. There we go. Okay. All right, I think this is the best swatch that I've done out of all 3 of them. So you can definitely see that it is a true blue red, but it's more sheer. So we'll go ahead and try it. I do have a few of their reds. I think I have a red in the matte formula, and I also have one in the ultra blotted lip, as well as their matte, ultra matte lip. Oh my god, this is so pretty. Guys, all right, of course reds, no matter what, are always a little more complicated to apply, but this is stunning. Like, it just looks so effortless. Like, this is definitely for the girl who wants to try a red lip but is scared because they think it's going to be too much for them, which, let me just say, there's a red lip for every single person on this earth. Red never looks bad on anyone. If you're scared of trying out a red lip, you guys have to try out this formula. This is, like I said, the shade Solo. So this is the first layer. And I'm gonna get a little close so that you guys can see. Don't mind the horrible application. There we go. You guys can see how like smooth my lips look, and honestly, I have swatched 4 lipsticks already, and usually if I take off one lipstick and apply a second one and try to apply another one after that, my lips feel so sore, and my lips have not felt sore at all. Like, they still feel like my lips, and they don't feel dry at all. They don't look flaky or crusty at all. So let's go ahead and build it up. Put on our second layer. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. This is stunning. Second layer's on. Go ahead and build it up. All right, this is definitely the easiest red lipstick that I've ever applied. This is 3 layers of it. You guys can see how intense it is. It's still really nice and bold. This is just so comfortable. Like, if you want to wear red lip but don't want it to smudge, I mean, this can kind of smudge, but don't want it to be complicated, don't want it to be too intense, want it to be comfortable on the lips, you guys just need to try this, because for real, I'm not even like, this lipstick makes me look like my lips are porcelain. Like, they just look flawless, absolutely flawless. They do not look dehydrated. They still look really matte. They're not shiny looking at all. The lipstick does transfer a little bit, but I'm okay with that. And I just want to show you guys really quick. This is the ultra blotted lip that I have in the red shade from them. This is in the shade Bit Oh Sunny, and I'm just going to show you guys a swatch comparison. So that is Bit Oh Sunny, and that is Solo. Once it dries up, you can really see the difference, and you can kind of even see in the swatch. I don't know if it's focusing enough, but you can almost see in the swatch it has that little like darker red line. And that's the thing that I hate about the ultra blotted lips in the darker colors, is that sometimes some of the darker colors just are kind of streaky like that. But this, you can still get that ultra blotted finish without having that like streakiness. Like, I built this up and it does not look streaky at all. If anything, it just looks so filtered. It looks like you put the smoothing tool all over your lips and you have no crusties. Like, it looks amazing. So anyways, that is it with the 4 shades that I decided to try out. I definitely am thinking about picking up some more. Let me know if you guys picked them up, which ones were your favorite, so that way I can try them out. I already have a few that I've been thinking about getting, so I might get those on my next Colourpop order. My final thoughts on this product is if you like the ultra blotted lip, you guys are gonna love this formula. Yes, it's not as convenient as the whole wand applicator, but honestly, I mean, it's a lipstick applicator. It's a smaller tube, fits in your purse perfectly fine. And honestly, with all 4 lips, I did not need a lip liner at all, even when I built it up to its full potential. It is not as pigmented as the matte or the creme formula, but it is really comfortable on the lips. I think that it does give the perfect amount of pigmentation. It is great if you are curious in trying certain colors but not sure on how it's gonna look at its fullest potential, and you can get a good nude and it still look good on your lip, a good bold lip, and it still good look good on you. And honestly, of course, here now you can really see the difference. So that is the ultra blotted lip and this is the velvet blur. So as you can see, the ultra blotted lip doesn't go anywhere. Well, it did a little bit because it's still kind of wet, but usually it doesn't go anywhere once it's dry. This one, it's been sitting there for a while and it's kind of transferring all over the place. But honestly, of course, the ultra blotted lip, I like the longevity of it. I like the fact that it's transfer proof. But other than that, I think that I am more in love with the velvet blur because of the comfortability, because of the way that it builds up. Those 2 things alone really make this product a standout product. I hope that this kind of helped you guys decide which formula you want to try out of the Colourpop lip products. I definitely 120% recommend the velvet blurs. I think it's going to be the new lipstick that I'm going to be using in like all my posts, so get ready to see me using these lipsticks all the time because I definitely see myself reaching for them more than my matte formula. So anyways, thank you first of all, Colourpop, for coming out with a revolutionary product. Of course, you guys are always coming out with crap, and sometimes I'm like, why are you guys coming out with that? And then I start seeing reviews on it, or I start seeing it in action, just like the Jelly Munch. That's how I felt about them at first. I was like, what the heck? All right. But then I actually tried them and I was like, oh my god, these are so good. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. Let me know if you guys end up trying it, what your guys' thoughts are. And of course, let me know what other products you guys would like to see me try. Any other requests that you guys have, please leave them down below in the comment sections. I will get to them as soon as I possibly can. I hope you guys did enjoy this video, and I hope 2019 is treating you guys as awesome as it is treating me. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Until then,